The reason why the Islanders went to the Eastern Conference Championship was because of Varlamov. But Varlamov is not the same goaltender. He's coming back from injury. You had Sorokin in game number 1. He went to overtime. He won. He had 30-some-odd saves in that game, and you won the game. Why would you pull him when you win game number 1? You haven't won a game since game number 1. Now you're going into a home game. If you lose this game, the series is over. You have to play the young kid. I understand he's a kid, but this guy has played big games before. He's 25 years old. He's played in the KHL. He's won a couple of championships. He's been one of the best goaltenders in the KHL, which is one of the hardest division in hockey and sports. This kid is not getting his chance to shine, being that you wanted him to come to the NHL. It took you 4 years to get him up here into the NHL, and you're going to sit him on the bench because of Varlamov? It's obnoxious. If Barry Trotz doesn't figure things out with this goaltending position, the Islanders are going to get knocked off very, very quickly in this series. And they're the better team. A lot of people picked the Islanders to win this series because they have the defense. They have the ability to stay in the game against a very high-profile, high-powered offense with Malkin and Sidney Crosby. But let's be honest. If they don't play defense and they don't help the goaltending out with the rebounds, they're not winning this series. Sidney Crosby is not just going to give away another series. Sidney Crosby hasn't got out of the first round in almost 3 years. 3 years.
Only 3 years? How unfortunate. Only
3 years.
Oh,
the great Sidney Crosby, he's still the best player in the NHL. I know it doesn't show on the points sheets, but come on, man. The guy is, in his mid-30s. He's still averaging almost 80 points a season. This guy is going to give you 30 goals every single year. He's going to give you about 40, 50 assists every single year. Who's better than Sid the Kid? I don't even call him a kid anymore. It's Sid the Man, okay? He's not
I'm just going to say.
Well, that's his nickname, Sid the Kid. The Islanders need to pick up the pace. Goaltending is the priority here. And Sorokin, guys, has to be the guy.
When you look at how the New York Islanders are set up, it was very shocking because I go back to last year. Varlamov got hurt last year in the playoffs.
Yes, he did.
And Thomas Greiss came in Game 7 and beat the Flyers. So what did Barry Trotz do? Well, Varlamov was healthy, ready to go in Game 1 against Tampa, but Trotz said, okay, I'm going to go with the hot hand. I'm going to go with the kid that got us the win in Game 7. I'm going to give him the credit he deserves, which is giving him an opportunity because he won us a big game. I'm going to go with Thomas Greiss in Game 1. Was it the right decision? No, of course not. The Islanders got blown out in that game. Barry Trotz made a hypocritical decision because he did that last year. So why don't you just do it this year? And instead, he did not do that, giving Sorokin the start in Game 2. He went with Varlamov. Now, Varlamov was good in Game 2. He gave up two very weak goals.
He was horrible in the first.
The first period, he was terrible.
That's what lost the game for the Islanders. I don't care if he made 70 saves in the game. Those 2 goals cost you the game, and they were bad goals. If the Islanders didn't give up 3 bad goals in the third period, they win that game in game number 3. There's no reason why Sorokin wasn't brought in the third period. How could you give your season away to play Varlamov? I don't care if he's a Vezina Trophy candidate as goalie of the year. I don't give a crap. The guy is coming back from injury. Who has been the hottest rookie goaltender in this year? It's been Sorokin. Who's going to be up for Rookie of the Year this year? Sorokin. Why aren't you playing your rookie star? This is the guy that you're going to lean on next year. Varlamov is gone next year. Give him the confidence that he can win those big games because this is the guy that's going to be the organization. This is your superstar. He is going to be a bigger star than Matt Barzal. He's going to be the superstar moving forward for the New York Islanders.
Sorokin was definitely the guy to play. I think Sorokin definitely sparked a leadership in that third period, made a lot of big saves, and I agree with Errol completely on Game 3. Sorokin should have been in that third period, especially now with a lot of these goalie platoons. The backup goalies can sometimes give the guys the sparks, and Sorokin's better than a backup goalie, I'm saying, in that particular game. That's the spark that they needed, and the Islanders still did well in the third period as it was, but it definitely could have been something where they could have won, for sure, if Sorokin was in, because Varlamov was giving up bad goals, the first goal and the third goal in that game. And a lot of the goals he's given up have been more on the softer side. Right.
Horrible.
So I think Sorokin, even though he allowed 3 goals in Game 1, he wasn't like this stellar type thing. He made a lot of big saves in that third period, and that's a big reason why the Islanders were able to get some momentum. So I definitely agree where I think Sorokin has to be the guy. As long as he's going to be playing steady, he's going to be the guy going forward, because Varlamov's had his share of duds so far.
Oh, my God. You have to play Sorokin. If Sorokin does not play, it will be a complete mockery. You live and die with your rookie goaltender. This is your future.